Daniel, if you want to tell us about some of your idea about how to create a plan and how to stick to it and keep monitoring this progress.
Yeah, very good example, Mohammed. Yeah, so I think there's a couple of things I've learned through all of my years of learning and studies, and one of them is that even if you can just spend a little time each day, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, that adds up. When you do it like for a year, you'll see that even if you just spend like 30 minutes a day, that's a lot more than you think, and you can really start to learn a topic that way. You don't need to spend like 3-4 hours every day, because that's not sustainable, except for maybe shorter periods of time. For example, when I studied for my CCE, then I spent, I think, maybe on average 20 to 25 hours per week studying, but I would divide those days into study days and family days. So I had 3 or 4 days where I did studies. So I would study on my commute, and then in the evening when the kids went to bed, I would sit like 3 or 4 hours in the evening, but then I would spend the other evenings and the weekend with the family. So that was my plan, to take the time needed rather than to do like a short sprint and try to finish it as quickly as possible. And then another thing is to try to keep your focus. So don't try to study too many topics at the same time. So for me, I like to do 1 or 2. So for now, me currently, I'm doing a little of Python, and I'm doing some cloud stuff in Azure. So those are my 2 topics for now. And then if I want to start with something new, that means I need to remove one of the topics I'm studying now. So you can kind of think of it, for example, like Kanban, which is one of those methods for prioritizing tasks, that you have a queue with work in progress, and once that queue is filled, then something else needs to get removed from the queue before you add something to the queue. So that's, I think, one way of managing how many things you're doing simultaneously.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I really like the analogy about like you have multiple queues, and you have like you cannot fill buffer overflow. So we always link things back to technology. So you have to watch this buffer to make sure it's not overflow or burn out.